I started with this guy right here, and then I did some scribbles.
And I liked it so much that I decided to turn it into a little character. But I wasn't just screwing around, there was an actual motivation behind what I was doing here. In fact, I actually had three different goals. The first and primary one was to make a piece of art that was asymmetrical but well balanced. And while I was coming up with ideas, I realized that there was two other things that I could work on in this piece. The first was drawing something in perspective, which I really have not done very much of at all, and definitely not from imagination like ever before. And the second was actually sitting down and designing a character, which is something that I do a lot when I'm daydreaming and stuff, but I've never actually sat down and intentionally done it. Now, that's a lot to focus on, and it was a challenge, but I think I found a way to make it work. I decided to go for a design where the character was lunging out of the page at the viewer, which forces me to draw it in perspective, but also means that the right half of his body is going to be a lot bigger than the left half, and therefore the whole thing is a bit asymmetrical. But that by itself really wasn't enough to develop a good character, so I had to add a couple extra things to give him a bit of a personality. My initial sketches had a mischievous vibe to them, so I decided to really lean into that, giving him a mean looking face and a huge middle finger so he looks like he's flipping the viewer off and loving every second of it. I also added a little sword in the right hand, which in retrospect, I'm not really sure he needed, but it does add an extra element to his character, so I think it works. I also did a couple versions where I played around with the texture and the color, and I didn't love all of them, but overall, I really liked the design and think I'll probably incorporate it into some future work somehow. What do you think?